Excuse me, can you hear me now? I didn't mean to act like Max Sharp. I take issue with any type of suggestion that this was not a direct communication with the court. It went from Madam DA FANI Willis to this court. It was a direct communication to this court. It was inappropriate. It was praising Georgia's Rico statutes to the court, which again was not appropriate, Your Honor.
Yeah, so just so y'all know, we got to do dang near a 3-parter for this 8-hour court session because I don't want to stretch this into an hour and 30-minute long video. So let's just get into it.
I appreciate you forwarding to us the ex parte communications you received from Madam DA FANI Willis. Given the sensitivity and the history in this case of ex parte meetings or maybe communications, would you just please request the state? I understand probably what was behind that communications. And of course, it is great for a boss to buck up an underling who has perhaps been attacked or maligned, but I don't believe that, and I don't think the court does either, that the court should have been copied on that communications, especially one that reads maybe more like a campaign ad with a source story in it than anyway, I just don't believe it was appropriate. And I would just ask you to please ask the state to halt any future communications ex parte they might want to have with this court. That's all I have to say. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, it's a shame that the court would even have to say something like that. But can you all please communicate to everybody in the DA's office to not have any sort of ex parte communications with the court? And y'all may not even know what I'm talking about because I don't think either of you was copied on that email. But Ms. Love was. Ms. Hilton, you were as well?
I do, Your Honor, and I don't know, I know exactly what you're talking about. I think we have a different perception of direct communication with the court, but we will make sure that.
But the court was copied on it. And it could have been an accident, but
Your Honor,
it should have been careful.
But the state did not have the initial conversation with the court. That was
a
community member, and it was very much also was not a direct communication with the court, but we understand the court's perspective. We understand what the court is saying.
Oh, excuse me. I just need to take issue with the fact that it wasn't a direct communication from the court. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Can you hear me now? I didn't mean to act like Max Sharp. I take issue with any type of suggestion that this was not a direct communication with the court. It went from Madam DA FANI Willis to this court. It was a direct communication to this court. It was inappropriate. It was praising Georgia's Rico statutes to the court, which again was not appropriate, Your Honor.
Frankly, I think it might be a good idea to print out the email and make it a court's exhibit to this record. But I think what Ms. Hilton was just saying was that the original communication was not from the district attorney's office. The original communication was, I don't know who this person is or where in the world they are, but some member of the world, member of the public, emailing Ms. Love directly, but copying several other people, the court included, because of course our email addresses are a matter of public record. And, you know, I basically ignored it and deleted it. But as you all know, because I forwarded the next communication to everybody, the elected DA, Ms. Willis, made a decision to respond and directed that response to Ms. Love, but kept everybody, including the person who had made the original email communication, and the court on her response to Ms. Love. And I believe that to be ex parte, and that is the reason why as soon as I read it, I had Ms. Persifield forward it to all counsel, because I don't think that should be going on.
I certainly appreciated that, Your Honor.
And the court really has ignored entirely the substance of the communication, because the court is not making any decisions based on whether I think the RICO statute is good or bad. That's not what judges do. The legislature enacts statutes. I apply them hopefully correctly.
And I have no
or
concern.
whether anybody thinks any attorney is doing a good or a bad job. I'm just sitting here trying to follow the law.
Yeah, and I'm not concerned about any impact on the court from that communication.
Yeah.
It's just the
Shouldn't be
communication
happening.
itself. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So, Ms. Bursfield, if you don't mind printing that out, and I have no idea what court exhibit number we're on, but if somebody can figure that out, we'll number it, court's exhibit number, whatever the next one is. Do you know?
Your Honor, our numbering system is broken down by act, which is why we have the different letters. So
Oh, no,
talking about the
court
court's
exhibits.
I will check that, Your Honor.
We don't. Your Honor.
I mean, I don't know either, but somebody does. The court reporter, or the last court reporter, maybe. But anyway, we'll get that figured out and make that a court's exhibit. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Is on his way.
Okay, thank you. So I can't imagine that I am going to grant motion in limine number, is it numbered? This one's not numbered. But the motion that requests work product of the defense, of the prosecution, but I haven't gotten through the entirety of it yet. Nor, I suppose, has the district attorney. And they would be entitled to respond, but that just doesn't seem like an appropriate thing to do. I'm going to give them a chance to take a look at it and digest it and respond. All right, I think probably on all of motion number 65, I'm apparently looking at them out of order, but, and number 64, we're going to give, we might be able to take them up this afternoon, but I'm going to give the prosecution at least through the lunch hour to respond to those. So we'll address those after lunch. Okay.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I will say that I know this morning we're going to be discussing some of the Instagram content of Mr. Ryan, and I think the argument which comes up in number 64 is also going to be relevant during those discussions.
Okay, I didn't even look at 64 very carefully, honestly. Thought I would look at it at lunch as well. So let me take.
Now, I certainly will take a look at it too, because I always appreciate Mr. Steele bringing me the law I need.
Okay, well, let's turn for now to the issues that we're going to tackle about the evidence surrounding Mr. Ryan.
I know y'all got to be wondering, like, what? What happened? Are we going to get to see what we need to get to see? Well, I think the judge was like, you know what? Be fair to you, because it seems to me, just to me, nobody has to agree, that she put that out there so that the world could see, hey, shawty, this some straight up BS you just try to pass, and you trying to do an ex parte with me after y'all just got Glanville ass fired? Hell nah. Let me see if I can do a good German, Yaman accent for you guys. All right? Nah, I'm playing. I ain't even finna run through all that. Dear Miss Love, I've been watching your behavior for quite some time now, and I'm wondering, how can you be so bad at your job after all these years of experience? The new judge who was trying to help you. not as much as Euro did initially, is fed up with you finally. You are ruining your career and what is left of the reputation of the Fulton County DA's office. Please just rest this case or you will get into so much more trouble. Maybe you are going to lose your job and will have issues in finding a new one because your unprofessional behavior and your haphazard and unorganized ways of working are on display for everyone to see. Please, just do the right thing. You are going to lose the case anyways because you lost the jury about 6 months ago already. I'm sorry. Damn, who wrote this? And what is eventually going to come out is that Young Thug is innocent anyways. He is not fucking Pablo Escobar. You are acting like it. Just stop it, please, Miss Love. Kindly gods from Yamini.
Miss Love, please ignore this foolishness. As you know, the elected district attorney is extremely proud of you and believes you to be a huge asset to this office and our community. You have no chance of losing your job, and your service is greatly appreciated. Folks who have never tried cases will always have nasty things to say. But while they criticize from the sidelines, they fear the arena. They're not risking life and limb to keep our community safe. Let me tell you an anecdote of encouragement this morning. A good friend of mine called this weekend and said she was in an Uber and the Uber drive randomly began talking about being from Memphis and how much violence there was in Memphis. She said the Uber driver said in Memphis, they do not have the ability to do Rico. He said, I am so proud of our DA here in Atlanta and her YSL team. They are not afraid and they are fighting for justice. I tell you this random anecdote to encourage you to brush your shoulders off and keep your eye on the prize, which will always be justice. Please know that your boss gets 100 nasty messages and 100 nice messages a day. I focus on one thing every day, representing my community in a way that is fair. I'm asking of you to continue to focus on justice and ignore the haters. I am extremely proud of you. Now go make it an amazing day. Yours in service, FANI T. Willis.
Yeah, you just lied. You just flat out lied. First off, why is this a random person that's all the way in Germany going to know what it's like to be in the arena of practicing law? Are you telling me a random Yemen citizen is just going to say, hey, yeah, I'm a lawyer from Germany, which that never happened. I was never posed in there, so I don't get the whole entire arena thing. I think that was a shot at everybody, including your ass. Yes, you. And homie, if you watch with your girl, she involved too. Co-conspirators, they Rico on you as well. And lady, if you with your man right now, his ass too. Y'all going down, Bonnie and Clyde out shit. But either way it goes. Miss Love, Miss Willis, y'all think we goddamn stupid? Well, let me flip the tables on you and show you how stupid of a statement it was to take advice from a taxi driver who does not exist and about a city of Memphis that your asses definitely did zero research on. Now, this is where Seti Nash has the most fun. All you had to do, Miss FANI T. Willis, with your stupid, lackluster, undereducated damn response was just go to Shelby County Rico. Listen to this. 14 sittings under RICO Act following summer 2020 gang war. When does that say? July 26, 2024. One member of Gangster Disciples pleads guilty to RICO conspiracy. April 6, 2018. Docket reports result, not an official document. Shelby County. So here you go. 15 defendants indicted on drug trafficking and firearm charges just in July. So while you're sitting there saying some damn cab driver sat up there and gave you that crap, maybe you shouldn't be taking some goddamn advice from a taxi cab driver. Listen right here. Dozens more state troopers. Matter of fact, the damn cops who beat, I can't remember cuz name, but beat the young bull out. They got hit on a RICO, a federal RICO, and they hit under the Tennessee RICO. I didn't know that you didn't know Memphis was a city and the RICO that you're actually referring to is the Tennessee RICO. But since your ass don't know nothing about nothing, I'm just gonna help you the hell out. Tennessee is the state. Memphis is the city. The county is Shelby. Just the same way you use the Georgia RICO statute, even though the city is Atlanta and the county is Fulton, please, God, dog, I hate I have to do this because I don't like talking about Miss Willis like that because one of these days, I'm going to probably bump into you. And you from L.A. County. You from Inglewood. So naturally, we ops anyways. On the shit. You from Inglewood families. So we're going to have to run and fade. I'm joking. Now, that is just a joke. I'm not accusing her of being a blood from Inglewood's families. It's just a inside joke. I wish no harm on FANI Willis. I am just extremely disappointed in her lack of education and understanding of a goddamn statute that you use all the time. And you know I wasn't done after that. Y'all do know that I had to kind of dig deep and give y'all information that I don't know if anybody else was going to give you on said subject. So let's dig deeper into the Memphis Rico statute because it's pretty dumb. It's a stupid response. Some of y'all are probably like, yo, Seti Nash, you kind of being a little mean right there, responding to FANI Willis like that. Y'all from California, you can't do that. Nah, bruh. This is how dumb of a response it actually is. You know what? More fire. Memphis, Tennessee will see significant rise in prosecutorial resources. The Justice Department, together with numerous law enforcement partners, met today at the Memphis Police Department's MPD Real-Time Crime Center to announce a new initiative to surge law enforcement tools and resources to target gangs and other violent groups who are threatening and upending the safety and security of communities in Memphis. Violent crime deprives communities of a fundamental sense of security in their own homes and neighborhoods, said Acting Assistant Attorney Nicole M. Argentieri of the Justice Department's Criminal Division. This violent crime initiative will bring additional tools and resources used to investigate and prosecute violent crimes and apply those tools to gangs and groups who are harming and disrupting communities here in Memphis. The new initiative includes federal prosecutors from the Violent Crime and Racketeering Section, the nation's foremost experts in charging federal racketeering RICO crimes, as well as assistant U.S. attorneys already working in Memphis and dedicated investigative agents, analysis, and forensic experts from the Bureau of Tobacco, Alcohol, Firearms, and Explosives. I know I'm supposed to say alcohol, tobacco, firearms, and explosives. My bad. ATF, FBI, U.S. Marshal Service, and MPD. Throughout data-driven, targeted, and focused enforcement against the worst of the worst violent criminals and organized groups, coupled with the strong focus on crime prevention, intervention, and reentry, I believe all of us working together can make an incredible difference and secure a safer future for all of Memphis, said Acting Attorney Assistant General Argentieri. As U.S. Attorney and a lifelong Memphian, I know the citizens of this city are sick and tired of gun violence and violent crime, said U.S. Attorney Kevin G. Ritz for the Western District of Tennessee. I am too. The threat from organized criminal enterprise requires that we bring significant resources to bear. These additional prosecutors, working hand in hand with our office's experienced assistant U.S. attorneys and law enforcement partners, will build cases against gang members, trigger pullers, and shot callers. You know what? I got something else to show you, Miss Willis and Miss Love. Watch this. Hey, Miss Willis, I don't know if you noticed, but here's Sarah Lynn C.J. Davis, right? She's the American Police Officers, the 13th Director of Police Service for the Memphis Police Department. Davis is the Memphis Police Department's first black female chief. Shortly after accepting her job, she required that her title be officially changed to police chief. Now, I want you to see this lovely face right here, okay? Because what I'm going to do is attempt to show you something that I know good and damn well you should know. Oh, check this out. Davis joined the Atlanta Police Department in 1986. In 2006 and 2007, she was commander of the disbanded Red Dog Unit, which used aggressive crime fighting strategies in high crime areas citywide. She was demoted and then fired from the Atlanta Police Department in 2008 for her alleged involvement in an ex-crimes investigation into the husband of an Atlanta police sergeant. According to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, she was reinstated after an appeal process. In the same year, the Oprah magazine named Davis as one of 80 women forming the White House leadership project Women Rule. She became deputy chief of Atlanta Police Department, and in 2016, she became the chief of Durham Police Department in North Carolina. Davis has served as president of the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Executives. And in 2020, Davis appeared on Good Morning America, calling for the sweeping changes in police reform following the murder of George Floyd. Davis was sworn in as the Memphis police chief in 2021. So, Ms. FANI Willis, you took office January 1st, 2021 to serve as the first female district attorney of Fulton County. But here's the funny part. In 2000, the year 2000, Willis served 1 year as an assistant solicitor for the city of Atlanta, and in 2001, Fulton County District Attorney's Office as an assistant district attorney from, check this out, 2004 to 2012. Served in a dual capacity with the major case and cold case divisions from 2004 to 2012. She was promoted to deputy district attorney of the Complex Trial Division, where she supervised more than 25 assistant district attorneys. Willis teaches hundreds of attorneys the rules of evidence and trial preparation. As a member of the trainer for the Prosecuting Attorneys Council of Georgia, Willis actively advocated the passage of a hate crime bill at the 2018 Georgia legislature and has been recognized as a strong advocate for children victims of violent crimes in LGBT community, which I don't really mind that. But you've been in Fulton County since 2000. So y'all been around each other for 16 years. You was there 2000. She was there since 1986. She left 2016. 2000, 2016, 16 years, easy math. Got that one. So we had that go on, and then everybody kept sending this thing about Sprinkle, and I didn't cover it because I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't think the judge would actually have the gall to actually do it. But one of the attorneys, not you people, one of the attorneys actually filed for Detective Sprinkle to pop in and show up and explain himself for this shit.
Sprinkle was here, Your Honor, if you wanted to.
Okay.
He just walked in.
Hi. Can you take the stand for me? Yes. And I wasn't going to do this right now, but when I read that, go ahead and sit down. You're sworn. You're already sworn. You've been a witness in this case for days on end.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you're still under oath, and I'm going to recall your attention to, I think it was the last day of your testimony, but it was, there was a laptop on the witness stand, and you accessed it,
Yes.
and you actually did that without anybody asking you to, or asking the court's permission. But can you tell me what all you looked at on the laptop?
Yeah, I had my supplement, that 140-page document, and I also had some of the stuff that I pulled during the case. Everything that's already been turned over in discovery, just in case I need to refresh my recollection. But primarily, it was just it was a digital version of the report that I had on the stand. That was it. So I could do word searches. So if I was asked a question, I wouldn't have to be flipping through pages and looking for things.
Okay. Was there any point in time when you accessed anything else other than that report and the files that were connected to that?
No.
Okay. Did you in any way read any communication that came in at any time from anybody?
No, I wasn't communicating with anybody. I didn't have email open or anything like that. All I was looking at was the report and the digital media, like the discs that I brought to the stand with me, that stuff that was on the discs and the stuff that was turned over in discovery. That was it.
All right. We may call you back at some point with regard to this a motion that has just been filed after lunch. Are you going to be around this afternoon? And I don't know whether you'd be needed for that or not. Haven't read it in detail, nor do we have a response from the state yet. But would you be available this afternoon if we need you?
Well, I'm just one floor up, Your Honor, in courtroom 2B. I do have a couple of cases, but I mean, the short answer to your question is I will be in the building in the moment I can peel
and
away.
I don't know, like I said, whether you'll be needed or not. But all right, thank you.
Okay.
I don't really want to give nicknames, but Stuttering Sprinkle, Sprinkle to Stutter, Stammering Sprinkle, Stuttering Stammering, Stuttering Stamming Sprinkle. I think that works. How about just Stuttering Sprinkle? We'll just do it that way. Bro, shut up, man. I find it hard to believe you didn't do that. I just do. Because it seems to me you were thoroughly prepped to say the BS that you were supposed to say, and at the same time, when you went off course, driving off road, that's when you started hitting them bumps in the road. If you ever watch the homie Poetic Flacco, right? Some of y'all don't like him, some of y'all like him. We know that he has a stuttering problem, but when he does his stuff, he reads it and there is no stutter, which leads you to believe one or two things. He can read stuff as long as it's in front of him without stuttering, or two, he was making it up in line the whole entire time. I don't know. But it seems to me, if I were a non-conspiracy theorist person, that when you're stuttering and on and on and on and on and on and on and on, it doesn't really make that much sense. Now, to be fair, a lot of us do have a stutter because our words get ahead of us. True indeed. So I will grant him that. But I will say this, he did not help himself with them rumors that are out there. Am I accusing him actually of freaking doing what we alleged? Well, what a lot of y'all have alleged. I haven't alleged it at all. I was just like, I don't think he would be that damn dumb, but what the hell do I know? I know not the lengths that these people will go through to secure a conviction. Well, I do with Miss Love because we exposed that a while ago. So here's what I believe is happening right now. That judge ain't playing no games, giving no leeway or anything like that. Some of the objections that happened today, I'm going to be fair, I wasn't really in favor of, but she made me understand how she got there. Some of y'all have to really just calm down, bruh. The judge is not going to allow everything to come in, and she's not going to throw everything out that comes in as far as what the district attorney's office puts out there. That's just how it goes. I don't know how some of y'all can claim to want justice and all that crap and everything like that, but not realize there are actual victims. There are victims of crimes and alleged crimes, and some of these guys have been convicted on it. So, yeah, they were guilty. It's not like they pled innocent. No, it was they got a good deal and they got the hell out of there. I don't care what any lawyers from anywhere, any channels or anything to say, or even what the comments may read. All these cats are not saints. They did not just put a bunch of saints under a doggone Rico. That is not what the hell happened. So I would caution y'all to understand some of these cats, not all of them, and which ones are guilty and all that, I don't know. But I will say the reason why the outrage is kind of existing is because we're all in our thoughts like, hey, bruh, if this was a Rico like you said, y'all shouldn't arrest them the first times and convict them of crimes and sent them to prison, and now they sitting up here doing the same damn time for the same damn crime because we think of it as double jeopardy. So in that instance, if that's where you're coming from, then you're 100% spot on with that, and I stand in solidarity with you. But for some of y'all to seemingly go about it and act like, nah, nobody did anything, I need y'all to re-examine every freaking thing. So there's that. And once again, to break it down, the majority of people I believe are pissed off because they believe they already served the time for their crime. Y'all really just acted like y'all went back and webbed it all out like this was a conspiracy all along. They were all in on it. And now, 10 years later, we figured it out. But if that's the case, then why the hell didn't Paul Howard do it when he was in office? But neither here nor there. This day in court was very interesting. Very interesting. Because you finally are getting a glimpse and a peek at Lil Ryan. We kind of got into the case a little bit and exploring his story and everything like that. And I'm going to be fair. Once again, he should not be on this damn case. He just shouldn't. I will pin his story within the comments so that y'all can see exactly what the hell I'm talking about, because I truly don't believe Youngin is supposed to be there. He is really there because they're really on some bullshit of trying to make sure that he's there to cast a dark shadow on everybody. Now, his lawyer in her opening statement said she believes that he's innocent. He didn't have adequate representation and all that. So he's doing the appeal. So on the appeal, you are innocent until proven guilty. But at that same doggone time, if he did that shit and killed that little boy, hey, it is what it is. And we seen the videos of him. I ain't gonna hold you. He looked funny as hell. But I got a homie that I grew up that looked just like him. I was like, damn, cuz, what you doing in the YSL trial? You done turned up. You ain't aged a bit. Coincidentally, he actually is in jail for murder. So, something about that look, I don't know. But it is what it is, man. Share to keep your people aware. Subscribe to the bell, stay notified, and I'll catch you on the next one. Hey, man, we like 200 subscribers away from 3K, so subscribe today, turn on the bells. I'm telling y'all now, just leave a comment, leave a comment, leave a comment. Some of y'all ain't even interested in that one band. Y'all like, I ain't gonna make that. But when it comes to, I'm gonna just get a PS, whatever the hell, and an Xbox, whatever the hell. So once we get up with the giveaway and stuff like that, I'm gonna pop out 2 boxes, and every 50K after that, we just gonna give one or the other away until they both gone. And if this channel keeps on growing at the rate that it is, I'm just gonna keep on giving giveaways, because at the end of the day, we are immensely destroying the hell out of the algorithms. So if you can get this video up to 6,000 likes, we done did 4,000 likes, then do your worst and piss the algorithms off, because I do this for y'all. I try to get it done as fast as possible with as much attention to detail as I can without boring y'all. So in all candor, I highly appreciate you guys. Even if you're not subscribed and you're tuning in every single day, that's appreciated as well. And I'm going to drop that video early, and we're definitely going to put out the video of my mans that got caught up. I didn't want to put the video out at first because it's going to make him look really bad. But at the end of the day, man, one bad apple ain't supposed to spoil the bunch, and I'll let y'all decide on it. I don't believe everything he's accused of doing he actually did, but we all fall short, and they grew up in a terrible situation. So you can say product of their environments or victim of whatever, but I just had to put it out there. And Marquavius Huey, sorry, that's cuz name, QA, whatever the hell his name is. Anyways, we're going to put that video out. It's leaning like Sunday, so the rest of part 2 of this will drop it early Saturday morning, and I'll catch you on the next one.